All right, sorry for the lighting. I'm trying to stay out of the common area too much. There's a big fat camera on there. They're gonna see me, spending some time in there making videos. Usually I make those are the more personal videos. I want to sit down and have people take more seriously. They mean a lot more to me. But one thing I want to go over, equipment overall. First of all, obviously power source. If you have a phone, you have a security phone, you have other equipment that may need charging throughout a long post. I know if you're using a flashlight all night long, most likely it's not gonna last very long. I have a primary flashlight, backup flashlight, and then another flashlight, and then I've got all kinds of weird flashlights and headlamps and stuff like that. If you're a security officer, you're working at nighttime, even during the day, you should have a flashlight. And I don't mean one of those extra fun flashlights. I mean like an actual light up, the flashlight lights up and stuff. Rechargeable is gold. Look for a decent a flashlight, inexpensive. There's one Alpha flashlight. It's rechargeable. It can charge your phone if you need to. I wouldn't recommend doing that. The battery life on them is somewhat decent for a tiny little handheld flashlight. It's perfect. I like it. Rechargeable. You do not want to be wasting so much money on equipment, especially batteries, when it could be avoided. Even rechargeable batteries, they don't hold a charge so well, and you're still having to constantly charge them up. I have a backup flashlight for if I'm in the middle of my post, in the middle of my shift, and my flashlight is going kind of dead. Maybe I didn't charge it the night before. And when you get on post, make sure your shit's ready to go. Have a system in your vehicle where you're charging stuff on the way to work. Make sure you have a place at home where you keep everything charging, and then you collect everything in one location at the same time. It's all there. Accountability of your equipment is super, super important. If you do use, an earpiece, make sure it's charged, make sure you have a backup. Well, those are kind of luxuries, but I wanted to get more into, more specifically, duty belt. First and foremost, that's one of the most common things. There's a lot of posts, a duty belt. Don't really need a duty belt. If you've never worn one before, they are uncomfortable. They do suck sometimes. Sometimes they look bad. They actually have 4 little straps that you can tie to your belt. What ends up happening is sometimes you get a saggy butt, like it kind of droops down on your rear end. I got a bubble butt. I don't understand how it looks like it's sagging on my big butt, but it happens. Duty belt appearance and quality. With most tactical gear, you're gonna get what you paid for. Thanks, Cisco. You're gonna get what you paid for. I learned that the hard way. I bought a little kit on Amazon, $20 from China. It had all these, the bells and whistles. It had enough accessories on it to fill it up and more, all the way around. Extreme garbage. It sucked. It was so bad. Other guards made fun of me. One in particular, who actually, he's big on equipment. He's one of those guys. Oh, that's the Bianchi 3000. It's a brand new belt. It just came out. It's got the quick release latch on it, and then the triple security feature that makes sure if you sit down and you pop the bottom notch, the whole belt doesn't come off. All kinds of crap. He knows his weapons. He knows his gear. He's solid dude. Obviously, I utilize that knowledge. I was like, hey man, you keep making fun of my belt. What brand, what type of belt should I get? What should I buy? I do have I think it's pronounced Bianchi or Bianchi, whatever. Very high quality belt, very comfortable, very, very decent looking. It's rugged. It's taken a lot. And they do take a lot. You're getting up and down, you're carrying stuff, it's rubbing up against things. Even the stuff on it, it can wear it down, make it fray, make it look like crap. Okay, speaking of looking like crap, though, I do have a great Bianchi belt. I love the product. I love the belt itself. It does have that capability. When you sometimes you can sit down and it's got 2 clasps that you pinch together. You can accidentally hit that bottom latch, and then it'll unsecure the belt. This one's got a third feature on it where you squeeze the sides and then you push a button, and then it releases. It's super great. You don't have your belt falling off. That's not a good thing, especially as certain types of flashlights that break really easily with that. So on the duty belt, I'll show you mine. I already warned you, it looked like garbage. I had this experience. I'll do another video on it. I used to do fugitive recovery work. The first time I had all of this gear on me, all kinds of gear all over the place. First time I had to run and tackle somebody, all my gear was flying everywhere. It was embarrassing. It sucked. I'm like, how did this happen? It was the cheap stuff. I do have, I'm a zip tie freak. So almost everything is secured with a zip tie. So most of the time, first of all, you can't see the zip tie from the outside. If it's got the stuff in it, you can't really see it. If you do and there's a problem, mind your business. My shit's not falling off. You want your stuff to be secure and tight. You don't want it to be falling off. You don't want it to be twisting. This particular case for my asp that goes on my duty belt, it actually twists and turns so that if you reach back to grab it and you go to pull it out, it'll actually turn into the direction that you're pulling, make it easier to come out. I don't need that, and I find that it was twisting and turning way too much. It was also, jiggling back and forth. Hold on, that right there. You don't want that noise. If you're going to be doing a patrol, you want to be very quiet, like sneaky, like a ninja. You don't want people to know you're coming, because if they are doing something wrong and then they hear you coming, they're like, oh my god, and then they're gonna act like they're not doing anything wrong. You could potentially just walk by right by somebody who's doing wrong. Really quickly, I got my phone holder. I have a radio pouch that carries a radio if I'm on a post that I need, or they provide a radio, or you need to utilize a radio. I have the handcuffs on there. Those two items, the radio case and the handcuff case, that is because I don't move my stuff around. When it's comfortable, I want it to be I want to know what I'm reaching for in an emergency situation. If I had a duplicate duty belt, which I did have, I would have the same similar things in the same spot. I have a multi-tool on here. Okay, there's no gap right here. That's a very hard spot to reach from behind your back. Make sure when you put things on your duty belt, you arrange it in a way, for one, it's convenient, it's easy to reach. Two, you know where it's going to be at. It's safe, secure in situations when you're running. So I know for a fact, anything that I'm carrying right now, if I do have to start running, nothing's going to fall out, nothing's going to fall off. I've made sure of that. I made that mistake one time in my life. Won't happen again. Now, that being said, with the duty belt, I got another phone case on this particular post because I've been working it for a while. I have another case for the duty phone because you don't really want phones in your pockets, especially if it's going to be extremely hot outside. You don't want electronics in your pockets. They're going to overheat, potentially blow up. Very huge point. I do have an asp. I carry an asp. I also carry a knife with me. When you carry things like that, make sure, first of all, that it's legal. Don't be sporting a pair of brass knuckles in your duty belt. I don't think that's legal anywhere. The asp, I actually have not yet got my certification to use an asp. I probably wouldn't use it. It's there for more intimidation and in a dire situation where I need it, or at that moment in time, I'm not going to be thinking about, oh my god, am I going to go to jail if I hit this because I'm not certified to use an asp. I'm thinking of trying to save my life. So I do have it on there. I am trying to seek out training, the time and money to actually get the certification to be able to use an asp. For example, if you do end up hitting somebody on the job, self-defense, there's going to be one counter, and that is, who said you could carry an asp? What qualifies you to utilize or deploy that weapon? And stuff like that. So you're going to want to make sure that if you're carrying any type of item that could be used as a weapon, you need to be certified in it. The knife, that would be more for situations, different situations that you're going to want to cut away from. I mean,